I will say this, and I told Deshaun this earlier. I hope this isn't like a sequel to Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, because Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead was a remake of George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. So if this is a, I guess, spiritual successor to George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, bro, you're shitting on his legacy. Like, bro,
Yeah, I doubt
George
it.
Romero would never sign off on this if he was alive, in my opinion. I really don't.
Mm.
Yeah, it's too. The beginning was the way how campy it was. Like as a movie itself, it's pretty cool.
Mm.
But here's where I'm gonna shit on it a little bit. It's not a George Romero spin-off,
Mm.
like spiritually a remake of it. No, bro, don't incorporate it with his property because you are doing the man an injustice. This is the same man who made Night of the Living Dead. He's the reason why we're talking about this movie in the first place. So if you want
Right.
to incorporate,
I don't doubt that there's gonna be people that's gonna be like finding a way to try to say it is. Like they're gonna be like, well, if you look at this, in this one scene, you have this right here, and that connects to Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
yeah,
I don't doubt there's gonna be people that like that. Like I absolutely believe it.
it's
So who knows? But
the reason why I say I feel like it is because if Snyder didn't already make that Dawn of the Dead remake, I wouldn't have even put two and two together, obviously. But because he did that, I feel like I really hope that wasn't you doing your version of Land of the Dead. Because if it is, that's corny, dog. It's corny. Like
yeah.
because George Romero's Land of the Dead had smart zombies. They learned. They were shamblers, but they learned. Like I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Land of the Dead. Really shitty, not great.
That's the one where a character like a zombie like swims from the like comes up from the river and he's like smart and he comes
Mm-hmm.
on land or something like that.
He learns how
I
to
only
use
saw
like the
like
machine gun. Yo, like
yeah,
he
I only
learns how
saw
to
like
use guns. Like he uses an M16 in it. It's not like here where they're super like you said, Matrix dodging and shit like that, and they're dodging bullets and going crazy. And he wasn't super fast. He was just like a big zombie who like kind of learned shit. And I think there's a scene where like he talks into the walkie-talkie like it's a cop. Like he kills a cop and he's like, "All clear." Like it's
But
corny.
that's what I
It's
want to know. Like, to what extent do these alphas go to? Will they?
mm-hmm.
Would they have progressed in this movie?
Do you think it almost sounded like when the king was like doing the scream and shit like that he was trying to talk?
They were. I mean, they were definitely communicating. Like, for
Mm.
sure. I felt like if maybe they would have survived, I wanted to know if they were going to be able to.
see, I kind of thought when they had got the rapist dude that he was gonna tell them like yo they about to drop a nuke on this place. That's how I kind of thought they were gonna go with that, and then like the zombies were gonna try to escape. I kind of thought they were because I'm like you say they're communicating with each other, so I didn't know like how far this communication was gonna go.
Mm.
So I'm like,
That's what I
maybe
wanted to know because it's definitely like primal communication.
It
yeah.
had to happen.
I'm like is he gonna become a zombie and then tell them that a nuke is about to get dropped on them?
Right in zombie language.
Yeah.
That's basically caveman.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Bunga bunga.
Yeah, I will say this. I think this is the second Zack Snyder zombie movie that I watched. Dawn of the Dead gave me nightmares, and I was probably too old to be getting nightmares from a zombie movie, and I still had it.
I liked his
Dawn
Dawn
of
of
the
the
Dead,
Dead.
I was like 14, and that shit like just gave me nightmares.
The only thing about his Dawn of the Dead was it. Again, I hate to be like one of those purists, and I sound like I'm fucking sucking the dick of George Romero, which is gross because he's dead. But what do you call it? I.
Yeesh.
But no, with Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, it kind of missed the mark on what George Romero was trying to say. Because if you
Mm.
look at the movies that he made, Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead was groundbreaking for its time because you had a hero that was an African American man. And then you had Dawn of the Dead. And Dawn of the Dead it's a zombie movie in the mall, but it was a commentary on consumerism, right? So the reason why it takes place in the mall and why you have zombies shuffling around in the mall is that was him saying like, this is what we are right now as a community. If you look at the shopping mall, if you just take a step back and look at it, that's what you look like to me. Like zombies shuffling around the mall, consuming things, to the point where I think there was like, in his version, there were zombies still almost doing their jobs, still looking at clothes and stuff like that, which Zack Snyder's version really didn't have. So his version really, it was cool, still took place in the mall, but it lost the meaning of what George Romero did with his version of Dawn of the Dead. It lost that subtext. So he does good remakes, but I think he, as a director, doesn't understand some points, and you can see that when he makes DC films.
And that's why I always say I don't want him adapting anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him adapt. Give him original projects. I don't want to see him adapting anything, because it seems like whenever he adapts something, he loses the essence of certain things. Like certain things he loses. So I never want to see him adapt anything else. Just give him more original projects. Enjoy.
Are you wanting to stick to stuff like 300 or something?
Yeah,
it isn't even an original project either. It's a comic book.
Yeah, that was an adaptation.
Oh, is it a comic book?
All he
Damn.
does is adapt things. If you think about it, what
Right.
original movie has he done that was just an idea?
All I know is DC 300 and Watchmen by him. I don't know whatever else he's done. Well,
I would have
that.
to look at his filmography because I'm sure there's other stuff, but
Yeah,
the things that we know.
Sucker Punch. Yeah.
Oh, he did Sucker Punch? I didn't know that.
That was that. What was that look, Dracula?
I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
This is like
I haven't watched Sucker Punch in years though, so
he did Sucker Punch, and I was just like, and then like the fact that I'm reminded that he did Sucker Punch, like, that's fine. But let's see. Let's before I get all salty, because I sound like a salty fucking old man. Let me look at his filmography.
So while he's doing that, I was just thinking, since you guys are talking about like smart zombies, would you guys rather live like, or would you guys rather try to survive like a zombie apocalypse with like smart zombies like that, or would you rather live in like the Planet of the Apes where like the monkeys are like racist against humans?
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I'm dealing with the
Planet
racist monkeys.
They're just strong humans. Like I'll just go with the apes. They're strong humans. That's all.
You think you'd survive?
You can you have more of a chance of reasoning with them.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Not
And
if
then-
we're all
and
like Koba though, and they're fucking like racist.
And my thing is, you can still load them up with bullets. Like zombies,
Yeah.
you gotta be real precise and headshot and stuff like that. Like you can load a monkey up with bullets, and that's gonna kill it.
I just feel like fucking monkeys, like the way they could climb and shit.
Oh,
And if
yeah.
they had human smarts, I wouldn't want to deal with that.
I'll take them over zombies.
At least with zombies, you don't have to think like, oh, is this a good monkey? Is this a bad monkey? Like you just see a zombie, you just fucking shoot it. Unless you
Well,
just want
by
to kill all the monkeys.
By the third
If I
movie,
had the
like,
skill-
oh, you go
if I
ahead.
had the skill like the main characters of the zombie movies, yeah, I would take my chances.
Zombies over the monkeys?
Yeah, but I mean, if I was like some Jill Valentine or any like Bautista or anybody, like if I had like the fucking badass skills, not like my body that gets tired after running like 30 feet, but like if I could actually do shit, I'd pick zombies.
Yeah, I'm with her there.
I don't think it's any circumstance where I would pick zombies. Like, especially because one bite and you're done.
Yeah.
One bite.
Yeah, I don't know. I would do it if I had the skill. The monkeys I've never fully seen any of the Planet of the Apes movies, but they just seem too smart, and then they're also agile and strong. So
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
Yeah, they're
They're gonna know I'm plotting against them, and then it's just gonna be over.
I mean,
I'll still take them because, like I said, it's like
yeah.
all of this going to war with agile, strong humans. That's all it is. So I'll take them.
Yeah, but then I also don't want to be talked down or berated by a monkey. Like, you know, like, oh, you dumb bitch. You really don't know, like, the physics of anything. And then I'm like, well, fuck my life. Like,
You goddamn dumb human.
It's like I just don't want. I'd rather be bitten than be berated. I don't. One sounds kinky. I mean,
You're
what?
not
Listen, I won't kink shame. Both sound hot.
Oh man.
Can you just imagine being at your lowest low, you know, and then you have these racist ass smart monkeys just like making you feel like shit? Nah, I don't think I want
I'll take the zombies. At least they don't. At least they don't talk shit when they kill me. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's stupid. I don't gotta look at them. I don't gotta hear them judging me.
Right.
Oh god.
I like how I come back and everyone's changed their mind
What you mean?
about they'd rather deal with the zombies.
No, I'm saying I still would rather deal with the racist
I
monkeys.
just monkey to me.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
said monkeys?
Yeah.
That's what Maya.
Maya said zombies.
it.
Because she doesn't want to be
Yeah.
berated while, you know, they fuck her up.
Yeah. And Maya, the Planet of the Apes movies are really good. The newer ones, they're really good.
Yeah, they're actually pretty sick.
Oh, you never watched them?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
I've never watched them. Just from the previews, they just seemed really smart. Like,
I'd say Rise of the Planet, the first one, it's okay, but then they get really good like for 2 and 3.
Yeah. Like the first one is
just
very.
too close to me, you know, going to the zoo and then you have like a monkey there and then
Bro, those monkeys are really smart too,
Yo, for real.
especially Caesar.
Jesus. Yeah.
This was that shit.
You guys want to react to the trailers?
Oh yeah, most def. Which one are we starting off with?
I am empty.
We're starting off with Bear Street.
Oh, this is short.
Oh.
That Robert Pattinson Batman thumbnail is pretty terrifying.
What you mean?
What? Oh, right
I don't
here?
know.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Bear Street.
She put a curse on Shady Side. She's been possessing people, turning them into killers to take revenge on the town. It happens in Shady Side over and over.
Bad things happen here. You can't stop her. Your best chance is to run from this place. Hello? Hello?
This feels like that slasher Netflix show.
I can already say I like 1978 the best. For obvious reasons.
I mean, yeah.
Let me see that.
And so each weekend, one movie comes out, and it comes out like.
Yeah. I mean, that looks
Okay.
interesting. One thing I kind of like that jumped out to me is the fact that these are all one connected universe.
Mhm.
It's three
Okay.
movies, but they're all like one connected universe. And like the first movie, it said was in 1994. What's the other one? Was like 1990 something else.
1978.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1970 something. Okay, 78.
78, yeah.
And then the last one is 1666.
1666.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, like.
Well, that's like the Salem witch trials
Mm-hmm.
era, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm terrible.
No, 66 no, because Salem witch trials. You gotta think. Right, 1966 or 1866?
1666.
Yeah. Man, my history sucks dick.
No, 1666.
I was gonna say 66 before the Americas were founded.
Yeah,
So.
because That's like around 1700s is when America was founded.
So 1666. I don't know. That wouldn't be the Salem witch trials, but
Yeah,
it could be in England.
it's like some pilgrim shit then.
Mm.
Oh, is it not all in America or like the U.S.?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I was gonna say they might just do some pilgrim shit. I don't know. It seemed like they were like it's like a civilized land based off like that little image we saw of 1666.
What, is
Can
that
y'all
from
see
the States?
yourself watching this movie? These movies?
I'll probably give it a shot.
I thought the little skull, the skeleton was a little lame,
Yeah, that was
to be
kinda
honest.
dumb. As a slasher
But I did like
killer?
I did like the 78 one though, the best.
Mhm. That
I
one's
didn't
more
I
of
didn't
like
see
a
enough
Friday
of
the
16. Yeah, I didn't see enough of 1666 to form an opinion on it though.
So you didn't like the Skull thing. You probably wouldn't have been a fan of Ghostface from Scream, would you?
Oh, I love Scream,
Oh, so you like so
but
that wasn't lame for you.
I like Scream because it was like a deconstruction of the horror, like the slasher horror genre.
Of course, because it's Wes Craven.
Yeah. And Ghostface is pretty iconic, so it's just like I don't know. I find Skull's lame, like no matter what it is,
Right.
except
So
like
you're saying you
Skeletor
hate.
from He-Man.
I was about to say. So you're saying you hate the Punisher.
Nah.
Watch your mouth.
What about
Uh,
you, my? What about you, Maya? You see yourself watching those movies?
Yeah, I can see myself watching it. Honestly, like, I don't know. Especially if it's out in theaters, I'll probably watch it.
it's Netflix only.
Oh no, it's
That's
coming
Netflix
Netflix.
only. Yeah.
Only
Well,
three,
yeah,
over 3
I'd
weeks.
probably like, I'd probably watch it. I feel like
It's over
Netflix
3.
makes pretty decent movies. To be quite.
Surprisingly so, yeah. It's a lot of like decent Netflix original movies that they had.
Mhm.
Their shows are hit or miss, but I think their movies generally are pretty good. I don't know. I just watched Being Seen and Heard or Remembered, but it was like a kind of horror-ish, horror-esque movie. And it wasn't bad. Like Netflix.
So you're another horror fan like Dan?
I'm not as crazy as him.
Damn, Joe, she put me on blast. That's rude. It's because I got the American
I
side.
don't know.
Oh.
I like watching a good movie though. Like
Hmm.
I like a good movie.
Well, I watch a horror movie every now and then if it looks interesting and out there. I rarely watch like the real horror movies that's supposed to scare you. I rarely watch those type of ones. Whatever. So.
And I haven't seen any good horror movies in a while. They make like two like every like 10 years that are like really good.
Like good and memorable, you mean?
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Okay.
Oh, hold up. Speaking of horror movies I'd be interested in watching,
Mm-hmm.
weren't
Oh,
you
yeah.
talking about the Italian movie?
Oh yeah, there's some. Well, I guess Maya, have you ever watched what's it called, Midsummer?
I didn't. I don't know. Like it sounded interesting, and then when I saw like the art for it, or I might have even watched the preview. I don't even know if I wasted my time. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be corny, and then I just never watched it.
Yeesh.
Was it good?
Yeah,
It's a
I
horror
liked
movie
it.
that takes
No.
place 99% during the day.
I didn't like it as much as Hereditary, but
Yeah.
I'll
It
put
was
it on
cool.
the list.
yeah, there's this movie. I don't remember if I said it was Netflix only. Was it Dracula? Do you remember?
I don't remember, honestly.
But it's a
Name of-
movie. I don't even know the name. I just saw it was a movie that's inspired by, or it's gonna be a mix of Midsummer and Texas Chainsaw.
And it's
Actually.
Italian.
Yeah, it's an Italian movie. I don't know if it's only gonna be in like the Italian language and dubbed
I'll watch it subbed.
or what.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do a
What's the
fucking.
plot to it, or do you know the plot?
No, literally all it said was it's gonna be inspired by Midsummer and Texas Chainsaw.
Inspired by.
Let me see.
Yeah, well, y'all look that up. I'm gonna...
Oh, there is a trailer. It's called A Classic Horror Story.
Oh, okay, that did pop up too when I put it in.
Oh shit! Damn, I was gonna step away for a second. But hold on, you found it?
Yeah, I can't play it though because the internet's not
Yeah,
good
hold on.
enough. So
I'll play it. Here's my trailer.
Yeah.
so while we're waiting, I tried to wear the Michael Myers shirt again, but I wore it the other day, so I had to wash it. So I couldn't wear it again for like 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, that.
Here we go.
I can see the Midsummer inspiration already.
Already. And it is obviously Netflix. Oh shit. I'm sure this isn't Saw? God.
That's what like it
damn.
looks like Saw.
That looks like Saw. That looks like Midsummer and
Yeah.
Saw, not Texas Chainsaw.
I'm like, that definitely looked like Saw. I'm like,
Wow. That was crazy.
I'm glad they didn't show.
They didn't
The
show a lot.
aftermath.
I would have gotten.
so you really don't like gore that much?
No,
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't-
want to get banned from Twitch.
Yeah, I don't hate
There you
it,
go.
but I don't know. There's just certain things I just like anything having to do with like eyes or like nails or anything like that. Just like disgusts me. I can't watch
Yeah.
that type of stuff.
So you might not like some of the Saw stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch the first one though. You can watch the first one. I don't know
I
about the
stopped
other one.
watching after a while, but like I thought the first one was really like it just was so different
Yeah.
from its time.
Yep.
At that time. I mean, it was a long time
Exactly.
ago.
Oh yeah, it was very original and like really interesting. And
I could watch the Final Destination movies. Like those are fine to me.
Yeah, but those weren't.
Yeah, those are good.
Those
I
were
thought
good,
they
but
were cute.
They
Like
weren't gory. Like I think like the point that we're trying to make is like it's the gore factor. It becomes torture porn to an extent. You know, it's like the first movie. This first Saw movie is good and shit like that, but then it just becomes gore on just for like shock value and shit like that. And I don't think that Final Destination really does that. To an
Like
extent.
that there's a scene in that
think-
movie Brightburn that I brought up last week where he like breaks the window and the glass goes in like the girl's eye. Like I can't watch that shit.
That was nuts.
yeah, I think Saw. The one interesting thing about Saw I always enjoyed is how interconnected the movies were, to where like you watch the first movie and then the third movie connected to the first movie, like characters meeting up, or
Yeah.
you see like how the timelines are parallel and stuff like that. That's where like I kind of enjoyed that with the Saw movies. But no, the Final Destination movies are really like I love them.
They're just fun.
Yeah, they're just fun movies.
It is.
Hey, did any of y'all see that that thing on Twitter going around with the video of the log going through somebody's windshield?
No.
Y'all haven't seen that? It's
I don't have
literally
Twitter, but I've seen like a meme like of like logs on the truck like, oh, this is Final Destination shit or
Yeah, that's why I don't go on
Well,
roller
they-
coasters.
there's a video of I gotta find a video now. There's a video of a log went through because we've all seen
Yeah.
Final
the second
Destination
one.
2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a while, but yeah.
Yeah. Where the log in real life went through somebody's windshield.
windshield and
In real life. No, it didn't kill them, surprisingly.
Maybe it didn't. It's been a long time.
Right?
Those aren't movies you like rewatch.
Yeah, and they're not very memorable either. It's just one of those things like, oh shit, oh that was cool.
I don't know. The last
I
Final
remember-
Destination movie was insane. Like the way they tie up the series, bro. Like it was pretty nuts.
I can't find it.
I know the
Oh,
log stood out to me when the girls died in the tanning bed or something. That stood out.
yeah.
The nail
Which
gun.
one? Which one was your favorite Final Destination movie?
I think the first
First
one
one, yeah,
still my
just because like
favorite.
that's the one that I remember the mostly, the most. Jesus Christ.
But the
They
last
all
one was really
went in.
good too, though. The last, like, if you haven't watched the last one, just watch that.
I really
Even,
love the third one. I
oh
really love
yeah,
the
and
third
that movie's the reason I don't go on roller coasters.
one. No, the third one. Yeah, it was the third one was just, and that the third one got that song stuck in my head, and I forget the name of the song, but it's like, what was the song on the roller coaster? Y'all remember that at
Now
all?
Oh,
it's been
That
so
Again,
song was
it's
long.
like,
been it's been so long.
uh,
to me, like all the movies blend in together. Like I don't.
Yeah.
When I think of it, I think of it as one big movie, even though there's what like five.
It's
There's
like
quite a bit.
yeah, I
5.
think it's 5. Yeah, and it's funny though that the fifth movie connects to the first movie.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Like,
saying. Like how it ends crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, I just
the
thought that
fifth
was really
movie.
dope. How it like loops around like the whole series.
Yeah, you lost me.
Uh,
Do
here
we?
we go. I got it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
And with
Holy shit. Nah, I'm good, bro. But that's why I don't drive around those trucks. Like I've seen Final Destination. I'm good, bro.
Man,
The guy even mentions Final Destination.
I mean, how do you
That's
not? How do you not?
And it's funny, like how Final Destination like turned like a generation of people away from like driving behind them, behind them log trucks. Like after we saw that, none of us drive behind them log
Yeah.
trucks ever.
There was some dude in that studio who was like, you know, it's fucking creepy. Every time I try behind those trucks carrying logs, I think it's gonna smash my face in. And because of that dude, we don't drive behind those trucks.
Yeah, that's it. We don't do that no more. Okay,
that's
let's do the
crazy.
next trailer. Y'all want to see the trailer for the Batman movie? Batman animated movie.
I saw it already, but I'm down to watch it again. Like just cause like the animation is like literally not like any of the other DC movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I like how it's rated R though.
Well, I mean, for the most of them, the new ones have been rated R. They haven't been holding back with these DC animated movies.
Yeah, you see how it looks like Archer or something.
Wait, did part one even come out yet?
I didn't even know it did. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Is Troy Baker Batman again?
Oh,
It
is
said,
he? Let me
it
see.
said Troy Baker in the cast.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, it looked dope though. I'm about to say I gotta watch the first one. I didn't even know the first one came
Yeah, I haven't seen it on HBO Max or anything, so.
out. Mhm.
Mm.
It looked dope. I was laughing at the shit when Mad Hatter was talking and he punched the shit out of him.
Mad Hatter is like never represented at all, and then the one time he is, just gets
Oh,
socked.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. 2 seconds into talking, they punched the shit out of him. Like,
It's like in the Spider-Man 2 game where Mysterio has like this huge health bar, and you punch him once, and he's like already like his whole health bar goes down. That's what that reminded me of. That's back when
Mysterio.
on the Spider-Man 2, like the movie game.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, was he in PS4 Spider-Man?
Nah. That's back when Mysterio used to be just played as a joke, like before people started acting like they cared about him.
Well, I mean, Mysterio whole thing is that he's a kind of a joke. Not that he's a like comedian, just that like he's like this pompous actor. Like that's
Yeah.
his whole thing. Or whatever. That's like his whole thing. Any Purge fan? Maya, you a Purge fan?
Oh, she's muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
My bad. The movie or the series?
Either.
No, I thought the Purge movies were cool. I almost wish sometimes like it was like a real concept we did.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it would be interesting to say we go freaking crazy or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's because Vegas turned me into this, like, we just need to get rid of some people out here kind of thing.
I told you Vegas is a real person.
Deshaun, what's
Either
going on
that
with
or
your
dark
camera?
marriage, you know, whatever. But,
that?
like,
Your camera's acting
the
kind of crazy.
series. The series, I don't know how I felt about the series, to be quite honest. I think I probably only saw one season. I don't even know if I finished it.
Yeah, I watched it. I don't know if it's more than one season, is it? But yeah, I watched only part of the first season. I didn't even finish it myself, honestly.
I feel like I like the first movie. The second movie was cool, and then everything after that, I don't know. No, now that I think about it,
The voting one was kind of weird. I don't know. It was just too much.
yeah, I do actually. Now that I think about it, I do like the movies just because of how like they get more and more into the world building, like with each passing movie. I've never watched the show though, so I don't know how that goes.
I haven't watched
But
the show
you
either.
said what was my said Poland one?
There was like a voting one. What was it like?
Oh, election year.
day. That's where they break the rules and they try to kill the other. I don't know if it was a lady. She was like running for like
I think I saw
president
that.
or mayor
Yeah,
or something.
trying to kill her or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one yet, and I didn't see the first Purge. Those
I
are the
never
only.
watched that one either.
First Purge was what? It's classic.
I hate the movie
no,
called The
not the
First
first-
Purge.
Oh,
The
that
movie
one.
called The
Oh,
First
I was
Purge,
like, no,
yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
The
either.
first, yeah, that's.
The movie called The First Purge. Like a Tribe Called Quest.
You gotta say
Yeah,
the
it was
whole
weird how they
name.
did
You don't
that,
say the
though,
whole
'cause
name.
They did like the Purge. I think the Purge 2, the first Purge, and it was jumping a lot.
Yeah, like after it seemed like it went into the first three are together, and then the fourth one jumps to the beginning of everything, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate prequels too personally, so that's probably why I
I
haven't.
don't mind a prequel if it provides like good substance. Sometimes if you're just doing one to do one, I'm like,
Yeah, and that's mostly what they are, like majority of the time.
It's weird when you make a movie with the prequel in mind. In my opinion, just make the fucking first
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's kind of too how I feel. Like, if you never intended to show like how it was from the beginning, okay, cool. Then you saw that it was a success, and now you want to bring it back. Cool, I like that. But then if you're like, the whole vision automatically had it, you should have probably just started like that.
And I'm like a firm believer of like, there's some things that don't need to be like shown, like in the world. Like some things can just be talked about or like passively mentioned, and we don't need to like see every single thing. That's why I don't like prequels.
You don't need flashbacks.
Yeah, I fucking hate flashbacks too. That's why I don't watch anime.
Flashbacks are corny in my opinion. Like, I took a script writing class, and like one of the things that my professors didn't like about one of my scripts that I wrote, and she was like, "Yo, try to explain this flashback scene without actually doing a flashback. Try to have the characters talk about it throughout the script, rather than just, okay, we're at a certain point, but to provide subtext for the or context for the next scene, I'm gonna do this flashback. Rather than do that, give the audience the information throughout your script, so that way you don't have to do that flashback in order to give context to the next scene. So flashbacks can feel very, very, very corny if not done right.
That's why I hate when shows do like flashbacks and then the episode conveniently has to do with that flashback. Like,
Or like
when
when
they do
they-
it in shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate when they do that.
shows, like Arrow, how Arrow used to do all the time.
Or like that episode of Sherlock when he was like going over like stories and it went into flashback form and then all those stories connected to that episode. I was like, bro, that's a little convenient. How he told those exact stories and that just happened to be like how you solved this one in this episode.
But I mean, don't hate, bro. Sherlock is just a fucking.
I still like the
masterpiece.
show.
It's a masterpiece of cinematography, bro.
Sherlock is another British show that's like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Sherlock, Luther.
But
Love it.
people are asleep on British TV, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got one question for you guys. I remember I got into this big thing about somebody's like, "Oh, I don't like the Purge movies because I don't think it's realistic that if you give people like the freedom to do anything over 12 hours that they're going to just start murdering each other." Do y'all agree with that?
I don't. Well, the way the movies do it is like that's all everyone wants to do
Yeah.
for like the most part.
His thought was people were trying to rob and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and sure, but y'all don't think? Do y'all think that there were people that like would go around murdering people?
Oh, most definitely.
Well, I think that's the thing. Murder, they even say like murder's okay during that 24-hour period, so they don't really care. I think it could be realistic, My only thing is Americans, like, I feel like us as a country, when we are given a freedom and then someone wants to go back and take it, we're like, oh, hell no. Like, this is the new way of life. And I kind of almost feel like if, let's say our government were to do this now, I think we would try to be like, no, after 24 hours, we're going to keep it going. Like, it's America. Fuck yeah. Like we're not stopping.
You're saying they give
Well,
an inch,
here's the
we take
thing.
a mile.
Yeah.
And here's the
that's,
thing.
That's what I think would happen.
That's perfect. I'm glad you said that because now we'll jump right into the trailer for the newest Purge movie.
Oh shit.
That was perfect that you said that. Oh, hold on.
Oh damn,
Let
bro.
me get-
Wrong screen, bro.
Yeah.
And now your battery
we
information's all over the internet.
That's it.
I know.
We know all about your battery information. It's a wrap.
Let me see.
What the hell?
All right, here we go.
The annual purge will conclude in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for your participation.
We survived.
All police and emergency services have been reinstated. All crime, including murder,
Oh, she was
is
in
now
Army of the Dead.
illegal.
Come on, let's get to
Yes,
work.
he was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One night only. Rest of the year is peaceful.
Is it though?
Especially not for them.
Help me! Help me! The purge is over, please!
No, it ain't.
This is insane. Nobody hear the sirens?
There's no crime anymore. Anything goes.
You rich can't hide behind your steel walls no more. Powerless. How's that feel? This is the real purge. The forever purge! Hurry up! They're
coming! Come on, follow me!
There's nowhere safe to go. No way to get help.
Oh my god.
We gotta find another way to get out of here.
Damn. This is gonna be bloody.
This country's gonna collapse.
Mexico is opening its borders for the next 6 hours.
Let's go.
We're in this together.
English! Speak!
Does this translate?
Nah. But good prediction, Maya. Goddamn. You called
It
it.
seems cheesy, but
Yeah,
that's exactly
it
how I
does.
picture it. Like, the purge is over. No, it ain't.
I was like, oh, that's
All day,
perfect.
every day, baby.
Okay.
I was like, that's perfect because she called it straight up. Like that, somebody would go overboard and go, oh no, we're gonna keep going, and that's exactly what
I
the
didn't
movie
even
is
Say
know.
after last year, you could tell like that's how that goes.
Yo.
I didn't even know there was gonna be another one, but like, yeah, that's just exactly how I picture it. People with freaking country accents talking about, nah, it's gonna still keep going, and then I bet all the people who wanted this fucking wall built around Mexico is gonna be like, fuck, we gotta take down the wall now.
How are we gonna get out of
Totally
here?
loving that idea,
And it
guys.
was funny because when they said Mexico was opening up their borders, I was like, ooh, how the turns have tabled.
How the turntables table. How the turntables.
I'm like, who's regretting that wall now, huh?
Exactly. It's
Anybody?
like, yeah. Like you said, like there's going to people that's like, oh, these are like our freedoms now. This is a part of our life. No, it doesn't stop at 12 hours. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, especially for like, I don't know if they're like immigrants or something. But I was like, not where you guys live. You guys got to deal with racism and shit still.
I mean,
Just imagine,
everywhere's
like,
there, but it's worse some places.
I mean, it tells you a lot that the first Purge movie takes place in a rich neighborhood where they're able to afford to lock down their house on Purge night and just sit there sipping their fucking tea at night while everybody's getting murdered in their house. Like,
And then it says a lot that the first Purge, like the movie The First Purge, was basically set in like places where people didn't like. I didn't see it, but from what I heard is that it's set around like, you know, black and brown people like in poor and like poor neighborhoods get killed.
it's the
Yeah.
modern day version of the crack epidemic, if you think about it.
Yeah, because that's what I almost thought, like, I don't know if it was part of Election Day or maybe it was the first Purge, but where it was centered around that black chick and them in the I don't want to say the hood, but like these just shitty apartments essentially.
I think that was the second one.
Was that the second one? I don't. They
Yeah.
kind of all like blur. I mean, it's all a whole bunch of killing and gore, and that's kind of why you watch it. But it is insane. Like, I do feel like they're trying to get more political or like diverse with it in a sense. I mean,
Yeah, as a whole
they
thing
know what
of,
they're
you
doing
know,
with this Mexico shit.
yeah, the first Purge points out how the whole reason that the Purge is like was really even allowed is because it was to kill all poor people in poor communities and stuff like that, and kill off like minorities and stuff like that. That's why it was allowed in the first place. So yeah, it's like you said, it's getting more political, more and more with each movie. But,
I don't mind. I feel like there's room for political commentary in that.
I mean,
It's
with
better
this
than
kind of-
an empty
absolutely.
movie about just fucking people doing wild shit.
Yeah, like if every movie was like the first movie, then I'd have been like, nah, these are just basic. But now that they like dive deeper into that, I feel like they're doing it justice.
Kinda.
Are y'all gonna watch it? Forever Purge?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'll probably
I'm
watch it.
kidding. I'll probably watch it when it comes to like, streaming services or something. Not in
I
theater.
think it might be starting on streaming services.
But I would
think.
want to
Yeah.
catch up, and there's just too many of them that I have to watch. Where I'm gonna be like,
Is it though?
I don't
mean,
think
you
you
can
need
watch.
to watch them. Like, they're almost standalone movies. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't. It's not really dependent on the one before. At least
All you
that's
have
how
to
I.
know are the rules of the purge. Like, you just have to know you
Yeah,
can't use certain weapons, and certain
but they
people are off
announce that.
limits. Yeah.
Like every Purge movie, when that broadcast comes on, they go through that whole spiel of what's allowed, what's not allowed. Don't even bother calling these services.
Mm.
Lock yourself. Like they go over the rules. Like
It
I think
seemed like
even
more than anything, the only two movies that's connected or like that's really connected are the second and third one. That's what it
Yeah.
seemed like, because especially you use the same guy from the second one.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like those are really the only two that's like really really connected. But then they used the black guy from the first one in the second one as
Yeah.
well, wasn't he?
But you don't
Yeah.
really need to know anything about them though. It's
Yeah,
just cool
you
if you
don't.
do know.
Exactly, you don't or whatever. So yeah, Dan, I don't think even like you probably watch the first Purge out of order because you know it's a prequel, so you don't really got to catch up on any of them.
True.
So. I think the first Purge was the last one to come out. Honestly,
I don't know.
Could have been. Because didn't election day come around like the Trump election bullshit?
yeah, but I think that was before.
That was before.
First Purge, yeah.
I got them all mixed up. There's too many of them. Too many Purge movies. Like they should have done like a. That's the again. It's my gripe with Hollywood, man. Is they try to take these fucking movies, and make 7 movies out of them. Like you didn't learn your lesson from like the '80s slasher craze, where you saw people gravitated toward things like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street, and you made 10 movies of each.
And it ruined the series.
And you ruined the series because each movie gets progressively worse, and it's just like by Halloween 7. Michael Myers is the cult
He's
of
a
the Thorn,
demon.
and he's a demon, and his penis flies off and does things like you don't
he rapes
know.
Rapes his niece.
Well, it's like with this and Saw, it's like now to me they're just gore movies. You watch it for the gore factor. You're not watching it for a plot anymore. Like the first Purge, it was all new. Like it had kind of like a stronger plot, more like they're talking about the family. They're showing it. It's more in depth. Whereas I felt like as it progressed, it was just like gore, gore, gore. Look at all these different ways. Look at what these people are doing. How can we put some current events into it to make it seem like, you know, like it's real.
Yeah, it's the term torture porn. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I think when Hostel came out after Saw, Hostel got a lot of flack because they were like, it's torture porn. What substance is there to this film other than people?
There's no substance in it. Just killing people, us watching it.
Yeah,
we're like,
there's no like substance to Hostel at all.
But if you guys, again, if you think about it, and I have like 3 or 4 of their shirts, Halloween has no substance either. It's just a crazy dude in a mask running around killing babysitters.
I think that's why I never went crazy over Halloween. I felt like it didn't have anything like.
It didn't have anything to say. Like Get Out has something to say.
Only the first one works. Like anything after, maybe Halloween 2 at most, but only the first one really works.
But look at what happens when you try to give substance to a movie that there really wasn't any to give. Like the budget was small. Laurie Strode was not the sister in the first movie. She was not related to Michael Myers. You know, there was nothing. It was just a crazy dude killing people because he's sexually frustrated. Like
sexually frustrating.
Sounds like half the men in America.
But well, I mean, think about what set Michael Myers off, that he killed his sister. His sister had sex with her boyfriend in their parents' bed. He wanted to go trick or
Is that what set him off? I thought John Carpenter always said it was just he just did it just because.
He was evil. He was the. But if I don't know, because that's a lame way to get out of it. There has to be a motivation other than he is pure evil in some kid's body. I think that stemmed from a sexual frustration. Like
A
honestly,
7-year-old kid though.
look at what else set him off. He literally did it right after his sister had sex with her boyfriend in their parents' bed. Like, why didn't he kill his sister before that? Why did he wait till that exact moment on Halloween? Like, what in this 7-year-old's mind clicked that made him do what he did? There was nothing leading up to that. They looked like a white picket fence family, and you see that when, after the murders take place and the camera pans out and they're like, Michael, and they take off the mask and it's some little ass kid in a clown's costume. What set that kid off? There has to be a reasoning if he's not a supernatural being. And I like just the whole he's pure evil. It's a cop out.
They
To me, it would seem easier to say that. Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I was just saying it just seems easier to say that Halloween was his, not his trigger, but his sensory thing that associated his killing sprees, or what gave him the drive to kill. Like everybody has things that they associate it with it, and I think maybe the sexual, like Dan said, the sexual frustration and on Halloween was his associate.
Bro, we sound like Twitter, like social justice warriors right now.
Not necessarily, because it's more so dissecting the subtext of the film.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't really think it.
I'm not trying to be some fucking social justice gender warrior saying that all men are sexually fucking frustrated.
I don't know. I guess I never thought about it because I didn't need a reason why. It's just he did it and he's killing people still.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Confession time, I've never seen any of the Halloween movies in full. Ever.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Yo, if this is secret time, hold on. This is a safe place, but if this is secret time, we gotta change that, bro. We gotta change that.
To be honest, like, I feel like it's too late at this point for him. Because, like, it seems generic because every movie tried to copy what it did.
The success of it, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, in comparison to, like, right now, it seemed like just a generic slasher movie. But for its time, it was, like, really revolutionary.
His mask always creeped me out so much as a kid that I just couldn't watch it.
Yeah, his mask is one of those things, like, you can't, like, it's, you have to get that right. And, like, there's some movies after where his mask looks like a cartoon, and it always pissed me off. There's, like, one where he has, like, defined eyebrows, and I, like, hate that.
In the second movie, he's got the DA. Like, the slick bag.
Yeah.
Like...
I just honestly hated the mask. Every time I saw it, I was like, this is one stupid, ugly.
I liked it in the first one, though.
I liked it in the first one just because of how, like... I guess because it was, like, so homemade, and it looked like a crazy person would wear some fucking mask like that. Like, because it's a William Shatner mask painted white. So, like,
yeah, exactly.
Some weirdo that escapes from a mental asylum and breaks into a Halloween/tool store or whatever the fuck he got the mask from would just be like, William Shatner, ugh, painted white, scary face. Like, like, I don't know.
Speaking of slashers, did they ever explain why Jason is supernatural?
Well, that wasn't the original vision. Like, in the first 4 movies, he's just a deformed, like, human. And then he died because the 4th movie is supposed to be the last one because they were making money. They wanted to milk it into the ground. So, like, in part 6... Yeah, exactly. In part 6, they brought him back as a zombie. So he didn't start off as a zombie. He was just a normal deformed human.
Oh,
so his mom thought that he died, and that's why
his mom was just insane.
Well, that makes sense.
So he wasn't supernatural.
Not until the 6th movie.
Where he basically comes back from hell, right?
No, the 6th movie he was in the grave, and then they were trying to dig him up to see if he was really dead, and then the lightning struck the fucking rod and brought him back to life.
Bro, they Frankenstein Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so fucking stupid.
it's literally called Jason Lives.
See, I'm glad I don't watch past 4 with these fucking 80s and 70s slashers, because what? What the fuck?
Friday
were
the
they
13th
smoking,
is
bro?
different. It's just dumb fun. Besides
It
part
is.
7 where he fights the girl with telekinesis, that's where I like. No, that's too far.
Oh my god.
I just imagine that's where I cross the line. Telekinesis? Nah.
Yeah, like it's Jason versus Magneto. Like I don't want to watch that.
I mean, I was just thinking, what was it? Jason versus Carrie, a girl with telekinesis.
Ooh.
Yeah, basically that's how she's treated in the movie, so it's not that far off.
Yeah, that kind of sounds. That
I haven't
sounds
seen-
interesting. Like I wouldn't pay money to watch it, but if it was on TV, I'd probably sit down and watch Carrie versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason is still a fucking masterpiece. Get out of here.
Huh?
Freddy versus Jason, when he fucking when Freddy lifts him up in the air and just starts fucking smacking him against the pole, and they added the pinball noises to it, the bing 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 bing. Like, y'all know what you're doing. You're dumb, but it's hilarious.
It's funny because I watched Freddy versus Jason, and I was like, because growing up, Freddy always scared me too. I ain't gonna lie, scary movies wasn't my shit. So Freddy used to always scare me growing up, but then I watched Freddy versus Jason. I'm like, oh, this isn't scary at all. This is cool. This is interesting. Then I tried to go back and watch the old Freddy movies. I'm like, oh no, this is still terrifying.
And I remember watching Freddy vs. Jason when it came out. And as old as we are, I don't think we were old enough to watch that movie. But like, my mom was mad cool. Like,
I don't think my mom would actually let me watch Freddy versus Jason. So
oh, dude, my mom was like into slashers. Like the reason why I am the way I am was because she showed me Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. And I remember watching Freddy vs. Jason first because it was funny. So it was like her way of like easing me into
I was gonna say.
movies. And like the first scene is like a girl just like fucking just taking her top off, like, hey, titties, and I'm a little kid like, mom's like, hey, it's horror movies, you're gonna see tits, ass, the whole 9 yards, don't worry about it, get used to it.
That was me in Army of the Dead. I was like, so many titties.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw Rob Zombie's Halloween. I saw Rob Zombie's Halloween in theaters, and I was 8 years old. So
yeah, and that was.
And then ever since I saw that movie, I would like put on mask and follow my family around the house, like sneak up behind them.
Oh fuck no.
See, that's how you get snuffed, bro.
Exactly. He's tripping.
Okay.
Yeah. So my mom screwed up.
Shit out of me.
Oh no, that never happened to me. I would just like, or I would hide in the shower, like behind the curtain.
Yeah, you can get
and
snuffed.
someone would look in the mirror, and then I'd be right there with the mask on.
That's when you
If
hear, "Hey,
either of
ma."
my kids did that now, I would not have kids.
I remember one time, like growing up, like I hid in my parents' closet, and I hid in there for a really long time, to where like my mom got comfortable, didn't think like nothing was going on or anything, and then I jumped out and scared the hell out of her. Like, it was, yeah, I used to do shit like that. I used to always try to scare my dad, but it was like no matter how much we did, we never could scare him. Like, it was so crazy. Like, we could hide or anything. We jump out, he'd just be like, okay.
Okay. Nice try.
Okay. Yeah.
I get freaked out when my daughter stands in my doorway at night talking about, I'm thirsty. Go back to bed, you human child.
Just wake up, you see a little silhouette, like.
It just reminded me of that meme with like the little alien in the doorway, like the little like mini alien.
That's pretty much it. Or she'll just like randomly appear on my face, and she was like quiet the whole time, and I'm like, Jesus.
That sounds like a horror movie. It does.
Who needs a horror movie when you have kids?
Exactly.
Literally.
Oh man.
Oh god. What were we talking about?
Oh, speaking of horror movies, Conjuring comes out next week, or is it the week after?
What is it, like 5? 4.
It's only the third one.
I can't roll my eyes any harder.
I feel like there's so many Conjurings though, or Conjuring related movies because they done
Oh,
other
yeah.
They're
movies
all like part
like
of like
the
a
Conjuring
universe.
Yeah.
Because
Still haven't-
Annabelle had Conjuring crossovers, right? Because they took the
Yeah.
couple.
The first
Mhm.
movie.
And
So it's,
fuck that doll, by the way. That fucking doll is creepy.
I
the
hate
original doll is just a regular ass Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, I was
doll.
gonna say,
It's not creepy.
the original like Annabelle doll, like in real life, like my grandma had that doll,
Yeah, it's just
so
a
it
Raggedy
always
Ann
kind of
doll.
weirded me out.
Like they make it look way more creepy in the movies. The doll is just like you've seen a Raggedy Ann doll. It's like with the red
Yeah.
hair and shit like that.
They
It's
made it
all-
into that porcelain doll, and I've always hated like porcelain style
Same.
dolls.
Yeah,
Thank
those
you.
fucking dead eyes.
creepy.
Ugh.
Literally, when my aunt died a couple years ago, my mom, she had like these porcelain dolls, and my mom brought them home and she set them in the windowsill. I used to always turn the porcelain dolls like turn them around because I'm like, I don't want to look at these creepy fucking things. Like,
My sister would play trick. We had porcelain dolls for my grandma, and they would be on our dresser. And one day, they were like all there because I would hate walking by it. I would actually like avoid like. And my sister like moved one to my bed, but I didn't know she was home, and I just like freaked out. Like 'cause she would just like randomly move it in places, but she would never be home. Like I would message her, she'd be like, "No, I'm not home." Fuck, I don't like.
Rude ass.
Fuck that.
yeah, she was really fucking with you.
My
But
sister.
Yeah.
until then, I think.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
It's fucking awesome. We had a good conversation.
Yeah. Thank
You're a
you.
great addition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Definitely
are
come again.
Come again.
Yeah, definitely. Enjoyed you here.
You guys don't have to leave after we finish the stream. We can still hang out and bullshit for a little bit if you are down. But for you guys watching the stream, thank you guys for standing by. It has been real. This has been episode 9. We talked about fucking Dawn of the Dead. Next week, gotta figure some shit out because I don't know. I don't want to talk about just.
Yeah,
Next-
I might not be here next week, so we'll see.
Next week we're gonna have to do some
fine.
finagling because I can't do the weekend because I'll be
Okay.
I'll see. I'm gonna be in the chat and I'm gonna kind of see if I can put something together and work some days out. But
Yeah.
until then, peace and chicken grease. See you guys
Yeah.
next time.
That's the new saying.
That's my saying. Fuck you. I'm out.